All right, guys, welcome back for another 10-minute pep talk this month. And the thing that I want to talk about today is something that I feel is important to address for just about everybody who's on a fitness journey. I want to talk to the person inside of you who is the fighter, the person who's the lion, the competitive person, the person who, when the world is up against you, that you come out. And sometimes we have to speak to that person, so I'm going to call this kind of unleashing the lion that's inside of you. And I often have conversations with people that I can tell that maybe that person is either non-existent in their life right now, that characteristic, or we'll call it that persona. And I was having a conversation a couple weeks ago with somebody, and it was an individual who at one point in their life accomplished what I would say is something that was against all odds. And somewhere along the road in the last 15 years, it was almost like that person inside of them did not really exist anymore. This person was down. They were very depressed, and their mental state was almost defeated. And they almost, if I were to put it in their words, they almost felt like that person 15 years ago that accomplished this great feat was another individual entirely. And so I think sometimes we need to do things, we need to speak to that person, and maybe we don't have the courage or the confidence, self-worth to speak into that person. So maybe we need another person too. But I want you to know that person exists inside of you, that we all have that person, that persona, that lion inside of us. Humanity as a whole has continued to fight throughout all time to stay alive and to thrive. And that is because we have that inside of us. Each of us, a child, a baby, will do everything to stay alive. People will do anything to stay alive. Our bodies, even without our conscious doing something externally, internally, it will do whatever it takes to survive. And I know that sometimes in your fitness journey, that's kind of what you feel you're doing, is you're just surviving, that you're not thriving, that you're not pushing forth, that you're just going through the motions. And oftentimes that's what leads us to not doing anything. That's what leads us to not exercising. That's what leads us to eating poorly. It's almost like we're just allowing this passive approach that has zero action towards changing our lives. And if we don't change our behavior, if we don't change the activities in the day-to-day that we're doing, then we're going to get the same result. And I know some of you listening today, someone who's watching this or listening is defeated. And you're feeling like there's just really no hope for you. Why would I even bother, going to a gym? Why would I even bother starting an exercise program? Why would I even bother changing my eating habits? You're thinking to yourself, it's just going to be what it's always been, and this is just what's meant for me. And I want to tell you today that that's not true. I want to tell you right now that you definitely do not have to be in the position that you are. And I know that it's not something that you are thrilled about. I know that you do not want to be there. And I'm really sorry that you feel the way you feel, because I know that that's a terrible feeling. But I want to tell you right now that you have something inside of you that wants change, or you wouldn't even be listening to this. You have something inside of you that wants a different outcome than the one you've been walking in and living in for the past period of time. And so I want to speak to that small person inside of you, that small percentage of you that still believes in change, that still believes that it's possible, that still thinks that, wow, I could do something. I want to speak to that person right now. And I want to tell that person inside of you that I encourage you to come out. I encourage you to take a step forward. I encourage you to take action. I encourage you to do something that inspires you to keep going. Now, how can we put that into action? What does that look like? Well, for someone, it might just mean going out for a walk like right now. like just going outside. Yes, it is the middle of summer. I hear this is the hottest temperatures we've ever had. But it might just mean going out for a walk. And of course you can go out early in the morning. It's a lot cooler, or in the evening, but just going out for a walk, just moving, just getting your body active. For some of you, that might mean getting back into the gym that you were part of a long time ago, that you really felt like you were getting good results, and somehow along the way you've stopped. Somehow along the way you have just got lazy, and somehow along the way you've convinced yourself that you can't. So maybe it's just getting back in it, plugged into that gym and that community and those friends and the people that you used to see and the trainer you used to have. For some of you, it might mean just getting in the pantry and in the refrigerator and throwing away all the crap, all the stuff that you are eating that you don't need to eat, and taking action and getting rid of it so it's not around anymore. Cleaning the pantry out, throwing all the food in the fridge that you don't need, in the freezer. And for some of you, that might just mean calling me and saying, hey, Charlie, I need help. I feel down. That person in me that probably has been the lion is non-existent anymore, and I need help because I need that person to help me get out of this. And so I know you have that person in you. Everybody does. You are a champion. There's a part of you that wants to win. There's a part of you that wants to be healthy. There's a part of you that wants to accomplish your goals. And don't kid yourself by thinking that that person isn't in you, because it's in all of us. But maybe that person has been suppressed for a period of time. Maybe you have talked that person out of existence, and that's why you don't hear that voice anymore. And so this episode, this pep talk, is intended to speak directly to that person inside of you. I want to close by sharing a story about a person that I am very close with, who has been on a fitness journey, one of my personal training clients for a long time. And in the past, almost, I'm going to say 4 months, has lost 35 pounds and is getting and moving in the direction towards the best shape of his life. And I'm so proud of him. And it reminds me that this fitness journey is, yes, it's about the people around you and the support you have, but more importantly, it's about you. And it's about you making a choice. It's about you making a decision to be healthy, to eat well, to exercise regularly, and nobody can do that for you. I can't do it for you. Your spouse can't do it for you. Your trainer can't do it for you. You have to do this for you. And sometimes you got to get real with yourself, and you got to just cry, and you got to complain, and then you got to be broken, and then you got to get back up. Now just to kind of lighten the mood a little, because I realize this could be a heavy conversation for some of you. I just love Rocky, and I love how there's always a moment, whether it be in Rocky 3 when they're on the beach, that his wife, he admits to her he's afraid. He's afraid. And she says it's okay to be afraid. And there's always a good pep talk from his wife. And then in Rocky 4, she gives him another pep talk. And there's this beautiful picture there of support, really is what it is, whether it be from a spouse or a friend. But sometimes you just got to admit that it sucks, that you don't know what you're doing, that you don't think you can. And that really is the step in the right direction. And that's when help can happen. So I want to tell you right now, it is possible. Anything that you want to accomplish in your fitness journey is possible. You're not the exception. Your body is not broken. You're not defected. It just requires you and the lion within you coming out and taking action. So I hope this inspires you today, and I hope that you continue on your fitness journey and push through. Let me know if I can help at any moment. I'm always available. Thanks. Bye.